What is that? A piece of electronics? This whole religious awakening of Hatman's, what a crock. This basement just goes to show, nothing's changed. That's one. Some people hate spiders. Not me. I love them. But wait, there's more.
It's more formaldehyde. This is sodium borohydride. Good for turning one drug into another, and not difficult to get your hands on. Which is lucky, because Hatman would have needed, well, a sack of it. You're going to love this. It's a pitch shifter, to disguise your voice. When Hatman spoke to White, he spoke with the voice of God. And this machine is how he did it. Good thought, but I don't think that's going to help us. It's phenylpropanol, a complex dimethyl variant. You need to know what you're doing to create this sort of thing. He's not stupid, Hatman. That's a nice shot, but it's not evidence. This is carbonic acid. It's useful in making precursor chemicals. Hatman knew the authorities monitor the substances he needed, so he made them himself. I'm impressed. He's reading the book of Job, a man tormented by God to test his faith. Is this how Hatman thinks of himself?
That ain't it.
The residue from the lab equipment is like the chemical remains from the device Burton found at the reservoir. homemade, high-strength sedative. Good God, I still can't quite believe it. He drugged an entire town.
You found a note in the shed with a molecule drawn on it. It was chloroform. Hatman made it here, then doused that rag in it to knock the priest out.
Hatman's nothing if not inventive. He made his own mold killer out of fluorine chemicals. He's been a busy boy. The carbonic acid from Hatman's lab is identical to the acid in the shed. My guess, he bought so much of it he kept some on display, in case people asked where it was going.
I don't think that's what we're looking for, partner.
This is Hatman's footprint. It matches everything you've found so far.
Hatman scrawled something. How much do I need? Good question, Marlin. I think that's it, partner. Get your shots analyzed, and quick. A rag? Well, you're the expert.
Some of these bottles are vintage 1935. They could be valuable or worthless. Either way, no one's been down here for a long time. Potassium butoxide. It's a bonding agent used to join more intricate chemicals together.
You found all the chemicals Hatman needed to make his concoction. The courts will have to believe us now. Thank you, partner. You've done it.
Ah, more watering equipment. In a way, it's like he was watering the townspeople. There's two things on this rag, chloroform and DNA, from the priest. He doesn't remember speaking to White. Well, this is why. Hatman knocked him out with chloroform. We have to tell the priest.
No one's gonna doubt this was Hatman's lair now. You found evidence of him everywhere. That's some good work. This is it, partner.
This residue.
We've got everything we need.
Same drug
Go to the
you found
evidence
in the
folder.
device,
Let's see
the
how
reservoir.
Hatman did it.
I can't
How he's
quite.
been making enough of this drug to sedate a
He's been
whole
drugging
town.
the entire town. People won't believe it. Not unless you can show a jury exactly how he did it. Or how he made so much of it. I know chemistry's not simple, but I've made some notes for you. Hope they help.
Where would Hapman be without the periodic table? I don't see how that's going to help us solve this case. I don't see how that's going to help us solve this case.
Marlin used that chloroform on this rag to knock out the priest. That poor man. He blames himself, but it was Hapman, as usual.
The watering equipment you found in Hapman's lab is the same as he used to make the device. He made it down that hole. Are you surprised? We have to show the jury how Hapman made the drug, or they'll never believe it. All the chemicals are there, you just have to figure out what order he added them to the reaction. I would help you if I was there, but there isn't time. You're going to have to do this yourself. Use the spoon to add powders to the boiling flask, and the dropper to fill the titration flask. Try and remember the order you added the chemicals to each flask. It's the sequence that's important here. No, that wasn't the right order. Looks like you're going to have to give it another shot. You're doing well. A negative result narrows down the possibilities.
Hapman. He's unbelievable. Drugging an entire town. He can't help it. He's an addict. Every time it gets bigger and bigger. But this takes the cake. Keep quiet. Get in there.
Damn you, James Burton. He was just a fix-it man. And now you've got the sheriff sniffing around! You might as well come out.
That's a nice little chemistry set you got going there, Marlin.
You were never gonna leave me alone, were you?
You're insane.
I only wanted to help this town!
Like you helped White. Like you helped Marqueux. Like you helped Salt.
There have to be sacrifices. You wouldn't understand!
What's there to understand, Marlin? Someone gets in your way, you kill them off. That's not doing God's work. God is merciful.
I had a chance here, and you destroyed it! Now there's nowhere for me to go. Where can I go now?
I know a place.
Go! Get out of here! Can a man be redeemed?
You two really made a mess. The board's got Burton tagged for misrepresentation, breaking jurisdiction, destruction of property, burglary, and of course, causing the death of a civilian. He's had a good career, but it's not going to survive this. There's nothing I can do for him. But you're one of the most promising forensic investigators we've ever seen. There's no point throwing your career away. So I'm going to make you an offer. You may not like it, but please think about it. Are you willing to testify against Burton at the inquiry? Have you thought about this? Burton's statement says you weren't involved, but the board's not stupid. You were out there with him. Best you can hope for is to stay out of jail because your career isn't going to survive this. Do you hear me? I can't protect you. The board wants your heads. Send him in.
Hey, Barnett.
Your partner just refused to testify against you for a formal inquiry. Don't get excited. It's going to take more than that to save your assets. But I don't have to remind you how much damage you've done, do I? You say there was a laboratory, but we didn't find a thing. Just some fertilizer.
It was a chemical fire. It destroyed everything.
Including Hatman's remains. You were obsessed with him.
He was drugging an entire town, and he tricked a poor kid into murder. The evidence is gone, but it's the truth. I know I screwed up.
I want to protect you, James. You've been one of the best, but you've stepped outside the law. There's nothing I can do. You're suspended until the board decides what to do with you. And you? I admire loyalty, but the board's not going to buy it. I'm sorry it's come to this, but I need your guns and your badges, and then I need you out.
This case, I know it could have gone better, but we got him. We got Hatman. It's over now. I might actually get some sleep.
James,
Claire?
I was just coming to see you.
If you wanted to find somebody with a badge, you're out of luck. I just got suspended.
Perfect.
I'm sorry?
Don't be. I'll call you.
I used to know her father. I wonder what she wants. I guess we'll find out. Want to get a drink?